in. It's 1:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 8/8 in the year that equals 8. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Oh my gosh. First off, I don't even know how I made it here at 1:11 like I was planning on doing, because I didn't even go to bed until like 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning. Thanks, Cosmos. Like, it was a sleep-in morning for me. What's going on? All right, I just came on here. I want to spend just a little bit of time with you all, because today we're going to bust the bottom out of some lies that we tell ourselves. In introspection, oftentimes a lot of people don't know where to start, or they find themselves on a loop. They're like, I'm asking questions, but I'm not getting anywhere. The first thing I started today off with was, what if it does turn out greater than you're imagining it? You know, have you ever thought about entertaining those thoughts and how that thought makes you feel? You know, but sometimes it's hard to even get to how it would make you feel, because there's so many lies that you tell yourself, and it's okay. We've all been there. These are things I had to break down. You know, it's crazy because today, 6 years ago today, I moved into a place in my life that was setting me up to be where I am right now in life, and was removing me from one lane and putting me in another. And it was on Lionsgate. It was crazy. 6 years ago today on Lionsgate, I was moving in day one of that new thing that was about to close a chapter out. And it was a chapter that, had I not exposed these lies that I'm about to help, I'm going to give you some of these nuggets. You can start with these. But had I not done this, I would have never had that chapter. Not like that. Nope, I wouldn't have. I don't know if I'd have had it at all, or if it would have like literally physically killed me, because I would have been running head on at it with a whole bunch of misconceptions. Here's what I'm getting at. There's so many people that say things like, but if I don't pay taxes, the government will. Okay, that's kind of true. But have you dug into that full truth? Because if you just say that statement and you've not actually dug into the truth of it, well, then you've technically told yourself a lie, which means that what you think, that statement, then dictates all your actions. You then think you have to wake up, to then do this, to then feed the machine, to then hopefully get this back, to hopefully stay out of jail, right? But what if you allowed yourself to dig into that lie, right? So here's the exercise. If you're not driving or doing something of utter importance and you're tuning in, grab a sheet of paper and you're going to start filling it up with questions, and you're not going to sit there and really ponder over it. You're going to start picking your lies apart. That's the first good one. Why do I believe that if I don't pay taxes, I'll go to jail? That's a good world one. There's a number one world lie pick away for you. Here's one for yourself. Somebody watching this is going to be a great starting place for you. Why do I believe that I have to work a 9-to-5 regimen style, or it could be 11 to 8, who knows? But you believe that you have to. Why do I believe I have to work this way in order to make a good living? Because see, there was a time I believed that, but guess what? The chapter I closed out 6 years ago proved me otherwise. There was many days I was asleep making money because I set it up right. But you can't even get to learning how to set that up right for it to happen if you believe that the only way for you to make money is to get up and do the system, societal's illusionized way of doing it. These questions will lead to other questions for you to break down. There's people out there that when you do something and mess up, you immediately call yourself stupid. There's a difference between doing stupid things and being stupid. You're not the embodiment of stupid. You are learning. We all are. We've all done stupid things. Lord knows I've done my fair share. And we'll continue to. Why? Because we are human, and we will all go through the full stage into hero's journey of our own experiences time and time and time again. But it's when we don't dare to ask the questions correctly, when we don't dare to break the lies that we tell ourselves, that we're blocking ourselves from all the things that we want. You know, there was a time I told myself that, it was funny, because this goes with that whole faith and doubt can't exist at the same time. There was a time I was telling myself, man, I want a business. I know this is what I should be doing. I want to create a space where others can come in and do this and do that and be fed, right? Like, I'm saying this. You can feel my excitement when I'm talking about it. But then I would also say, there ain't no way that, like, I could just trust that I could create something, those right people come in and the team be there, the business be, after it's nurtured to that point, it can run. You've chosen wisely. No, I wasn't saying that. What I was saying on the flip side was that I'll have to always be there. And you know what happened? In the years that I was still thinking that way, I was met with people who were never going to be able to meet my needs. I was actually having to do more to keep them in sync with me. And I was having to do more to stay in sync with them, which usually wasn't a good flow. And it felt like a tug of war. I kept meeting obstacle after obstacle when I was trying to get the salon open, this, that, and the third. And then it was like I hit this wall where I couldn't do anything else but go within. There wasn't nothing else outside of me that could be the fucking problem. And the problem was what I was telling myself. And you know, the last live I did, I said, the divine's not going to give you more of what you aren't protecting. So watch this. I wasn't protecting my own balance. I wasn't protecting my own peace. But I want to be able to create a place that allows people to come in, make an income, receive the services they want, right? A place that has to be balanced and structured. But I wasn't balanced and structured. Well, the divine wasn't going to give me all that. No wonder I kept meeting blocks. I was trying to have faith in what I wanted, but was doubting it by the lies I was telling myself. Crazy, because when that lie broke, a whole lot of other lies broke. Because, yeah, I still had that workaholic, I have to be here. No, because it was crazy. Not long after I opened the salon, I found myself in a position all I could do was be on my back. I couldn't be a control freak. There's some of y'all that are parents and it's on the tip of your tongue, it's on the tip of your fingers of starting a business. You gotta become uncontrolling. You gotta release the expectations. You gotta be able to create something and release it into the world to become whatever it becomes with love. As artists, a lot of times, I even did this as an artist, nail tech, musician, modeling, will create something and then get mad at how others interpret it. We don't get a say in that. We don't get a say in that. It's those expectations, like, we want you to resonate with it like this, so when you don't, now I feel some kind of way. You gotta release expectations. You haven't released the fact that your child is not yours. You don't own it. You were a vessel. Just like somebody was a vessel for you. I'm sorry if they treated you that way, but this is where it stops. You're not going to be able to run a business ever. That business you want to manifest is not going to manifest because it will kill you the way that you operate right now. You believe that you cannot be away from it for it to grow, for it to do this, for it to do that. Like, you have to micromanage. Divine's not going to give it to you until you break that. Go dig into that lie. There are so many lies we tell ourselves every day, but until we choose to challenge them, and you'll know which ones you need to challenge, because when you go to say it, now that you've been here, you've locked in, this has really gotten to you right here, it's been planted. Because now when you start saying these things, you really gonna start feeling some kind of way. You're gonna have a feeling. It's going to make you feel nauseous. It's going to give you a headache. You might get a little spin like, wow, ooh, that's your cue. That's your question. That's your lie. That's your key to opening that door that you was like, why won't it open? I'm doing, nah. There's one more thing you got to break, that mindset, because the way you are trying to move into this desire, this path, if you take all of these lies with you, it's going to kill you, or at least feel like it, because you're going to meet every hell of what you just told yourself was true. Lionsgate is here. It's all about maintaining the feeling, because that is what it runs on. I know they have to say feelings aren't fact, but when I mean that, I mean those feelings that make you want to impulsively do something that's going to ripple back in a way that you ain't going to want to deal with anyways. Those feelings aren't factual. It's time to really dive into those. But when you're trying to pray something in, meditate something in, there is a state of feeling and embodiment. And it's that feeling that you have to nurture. It's that feeling that is the fuel for your forward fire. So when you're meditating and praying and you're like, I know there's that financial release. I know that I don't have to. You better make sure that the conversations you have throughout your days after that match what you're calling in. Because if it's not, one of two things is going to happen. Y'all going to do this with your stuff. You're going to just smash it to mitt. Or you're going to meet it head on and you're going to try to call it a curse, knowing good and damn well it's the same damn thing you prayed for. But now you got it because your spirit team's like, well, okay, maybe if I give it to her, she kind of showed me something. Maybe this will catalyst it. And she'll have to close out all these teachings. He'll have to deal with those lies that granddaddy dealt with and great granddaddy dealt with, and they wouldn't confront. Okay, maybe if I give it to him. And it's going to feel hard, and you're going to be like, this is the toughest year of my life. Like, it'll be that version. So just go ahead and dig into the lies while holding the feeling and the energetic knowing that it can happen. It can be even bigger than that, what you are imagining. But until you break the lies, you'll never be able to even get to the embodiment of that feeling and be on its level truly. Because everything that you were created to do and be in this life is a blessing. But everything is polar. So depending on how you understand it, depends on whether you see it as a blessing or a curse. So I hope you will choose to put energy, time, and thought into the things you want to spend now and your future with.